All right, so this is a review on Omeezy's albums called Next Chapter. So Omeezy, you up next. I'm trying to do it on Omeezy, but I can't do that. If you know what I'm talking about, and you go to his channel, Omeezy Reacts, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So you up next, Omeezy. See, I can only do me. It's interesting how people stand out when they be themselves. Um, but anyway, yeah, so this album's called Next Chapter. So it's got Omeezy. He's basically, it's like he's centered, but he's like, when I say he's centered, he's basically like it's like he's focused, like he's ready, like he really is ready for the next chapter. Like he's looking ahead, but obviously he's looking to the left, so he's looking in that direction. Um, just you know what I mean. So that's an interesting thing, that interesting cover. Um, but anyway, there is basically 16 tracks, and there is the intro, which is a skit. Then you got Next Chapter, self-titled. Then there's CT, No Chance featuring Eric and Dino, that you pronounce it. Then Alone. Then there's Blessings. Then there is Take It Back featuring Tyler Gifted. Then there is Paradise again featuring Tyler Gifted. Then Pour That Up featuring Eric and Dino. Then there's Promises. Then there's I Won't Sleep. Then there's Rap Rap. Then there's the one featuring Eric and Dino. Then there's You Think It's a Game. Then there's Out My Way. And there's Wake Up. So those are the tracks on the album. Um, Firstly, the rhythms on each and every single song are cold as fuck. So whoever produced these tracks, fully rate that person. And then obviously, now let's talk like when it comes to Omeezy's delivery and all that stuff. There was a couple tracks on here that I was already aware of. What song was it? What song was it? Oh, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember the names of them. That is so bad. But because he used, what it is because he used a couple of them on one of his intros for his reaction videos, and so I was familiar with them. And what's interesting is I got the rhythm of one of them in my head, so that's a good look right there. When you can have someone's, when you can have someone, when you can have someone's songs in someone's head. Okay, I'm not even making any sense right now, but I know you know what I mean. Where because of the melody and the hook or certain words that they say in the song, it's like it sticks to you. Like it just sticks to you. Um, but yeah, um, I don't know if there's any particular song that I actually like that stands out to me, because like I said, all the tracks are cold, like the rhythms, and then he's flowing, he's delivering his bars, and I know he's a guy that appreciates bars, so it's it's good to actually hear him now delivering bars, like actual bars, because obviously when I used to do music, it was the same thing. I like the bars, innit? So you can appreciate other barologists. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna take one song that was out of context. In fact, no. There was one particular song. There was one particular song that had me like, for fuck's sake. Like, I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I had to pull it up so many times. What song was it? This is gonna. Do you know what? I can't remember the name of the song. If I remember the name of the song, right, I'm gonna leave it in the comment section. That rhythm is fucking cold. Like, but like I said, so maybe there is that one song that stood out to me. Then, and then obviously there's the song CT, making me want to feel like I come from Connecticut. Thanks, Omeezy. Um, but that reminds me of even though it's not, this ain't grime, but like it reminded me of a grime song, North Wheezy. You know, where do we come from, North Wheezy? Please believe me. Oh no, what was it? Where do we come from, North Wheezy? How do we make money? That's greasy. how do we get girls? That's easy. Or something, please believe me. Alright, because that made me at that time in that era, even though I'm from South London or was raised in South London, it's like I wanted it to come from North Wheezy or Northwest London, just so I can sing that song with pride. But then when the Southside All Stars or Southside Rhythm came out, yeah, it was over. Um, I can't believe I just sang that hook. I could have just said the name of the song, but you get the point I'm trying to make anyway. Anyway, so I think that's a good look when you can put your town or whatever or state or whatever the case is on the map like that. Because even if you look up someone like Bugsy Malone, he's always shouting out 0161, and even um, what's her name, Lady Gashur, always bigging up Birmingham. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, always bigging up Birmingham. Who else? Like there's quite a few that rep where they come from hard. Like you can just, you know what I mean. But to actually make a song to rep where they come from or where they were raised and all stuff there like that. Full ratings. Anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna take one song out of context or in context. It is what it is. And you know what? Self-entitled. Next chapter. Right? So when it comes to dating and relationships in general, or in life in general, but let's just say dating and relationships, you obviously, let's just say, you obviously want to reach the next chapter, whether you're in a relationship or you're not. You obviously want to reach the next chapter because sometimes you don't want things to be stagnant. You want things to continuously be spicy and all that stuff there. You understand? You don't want it to be boring. So the best thing you can really do is just develop yourself. Like whether you're a man watching this or woman watching this, let's just start off with the man then. If you're a man watching this, right, you've got to develop yourself as a pure thoroughbred alpha male. Yeah, and when you develop yourself as a pure thoroughbred alpha male, you are the one that is taking the lead. You are the one that is directing where things should go and how things should be. Yeah. Now, if you're a woman watching this, you've got to develop yourself as a pure feminine woman. And what women normally do is they suggest little ideas here and there, but they do it like in hints. And you've got to try and decipher them. Now, if you're a lyricist or a biologist, you are going to understand them. Like, you're going to understand the bullshit that women try to do. I say it's bullshit because I would prefer women to be direct, but they're indirect in it. It's what it is. It's part of their nature. But, yeah, so what I would strongly recommend is, learning that, but also learning how to develop this. No, I'm not talking about. Learn how dating and relationships actually work, because that's another part of it. All right. So, if you click the link in the description box below, you get access to online courses such as roles and relationships. That's where you're going to learn how to develop yourself as a pure feminine woman. If you're a woman watching this, and also if you're a man watching this, you learn how to develop yourself as a thoroughbred alpha male. Plus, you learn exactly how dating and relationships actually work. Yeah, so you know what to do, how to move, to go on to the next chapter. And when that chapter's done, you go on to the next chapter, then the next chapter after that, then after. You get it? All right, then. So, now back to the album. Oh, yeah. Yeah, back to the album. I think the link to the fingers below anyway. I did say that, I can't remember. Either way, you should know by now if you regularly watch this thing. I'm gonna give this album a 9.5 out of 10. No, fuck it, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Because, like I said, the rhythms are cold, and he's got a flow and a delivery that I can respect, and also, you understand, like he's got content. Like, it's one thing rapping, it's one thing barring and not saying anything, but it's another thing when you are actually saying something. And he's like tracks like Wake Up, that's the next vibe. You understand? And what's the other one? I think You Think It's a Game. Do you understand? Like, so yeah, 10 out of 10. Like, and I'm not even just saying that for the sake of saying it. I'm saying it because that's my reason for it. And when I watch things or when I listen to albums, without any expectations, most of the times I get surprised, and it always, but for some reason, the album or the EP or the project or whatever it is, it always is good. Like it's always like a level of excellence I can respect. But when I go into listening to albums or projects with expectations, sometimes I get let down. Now, I'm glad I went into this listening with no expectations, and that's what I can say. So the link to this is in the description box below. Go stream that, stream that, stream that, stream that, stream that. But yeah, if you've got any questions, any topics you'd like for us to discuss, go ahead. Leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification because you never know the video you suggest might just be next.